Healing potion.
Right.
You.
What do we need?
Yeah, you guys could, like, I'm assuming you could choose to spend the gold and then...
Healing potions.
Yeah, but he's only got items up to 40 gold.
Yeah, from the PHB.
Who the hell wrote that?
I did that on
damn
purpose.
it.
No healing potions.
Well, it can be trollier than 49.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
What? I have pitons.
Alright, 115.
Titans.
Oh, you know what? Titans. How much is a grappling hook? I'm gonna buy one.
I need rations.
I got a crowbar.
Well,
I can
we're
give you my
good
rations.
because as long as you give us 6 of your good berries every day,
You
literally
then
use
they don't have to use a ration.
A good berry, yeah, good berry is good for 24 hours, right?
Yeah,
so
we haven't
yeah.
been going through rations.
So,
quite yet.
But that means you have to cast good berry every day.
every day. Just
there's-
before we go to bed, so that I have all my spell slots to use tomorrow.
I'm gonna grab a couple of rations.
Yeah,
What about?
because if I
Other
need
than
to
the
use
100 I just
Hunter's
got, I don't
Mark
really
a
have
couple
much
times,
else.
so I
Right.
could
Yeah.
use it up.
And I don't want you to do it in the morning or something like
Does
that. not
anyone,
available.
Oh,
Right.
two
Medicine
gold
kit?
pieces.
Oh, you
I'm
don't
getting
need
that.
Oh, I don't? Medicine checks?
You gonna take that?
It's a
healer
guaranteed.
thing? You gonna take the?
Healing
You're not
kit.
a human, are you?
Healer?
There's a feat called healer where
No,
you can
I don't.
actually use.
That's crazy.
It's crazy talk.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, if you take
Use
the
it.
healer feat, then you can use a healing kit to
Actually heal people. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, I don't know why I would do
Cleric says no.
that. I have spells.
I have shit already.
Now would I use materials?
I know this one dude who didn't have spells one time. and he
Yeah.
got fucked up. My cousin Vinny.
You can't heal someone if you're not a spellcaster, though, right? With the healing kit.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you can.
As long as you have
If
a
you
feat.
take the
feat.
healing feat.
Oh, nice.
I might buy an abacus. Never had an abacus.
Do it. How much is it? One
gold.
piece?
2 gold pieces.
2
So
gold. What kind of
Gold.
fancy machine?
But you never know when you're gonna need an abacus.
Rash.
Yeah, I
Might
mean,
have something to work
to count all the gold that he just acquired.
Right?
That's not legally his, right?
And would be-
No need to know that.
Details.
Semantics.
All right, I think I'm good. I just bought a grappling
I
hook.
bought 12 rations.
Oh wait, do I have a rope? Did I?
I think.
Oh yeah, I do. That's
I'm
right.
buying replacement arrows.
It's a good call. Very good call.
Oh, you know what? That is really smart. Although I mean, didn't you get most of yours back? Or?
I did most of them. Yes.
But for 1 gold piece, I actually have that. I am going to buy another 20 arrows. Because I can carry that much at least.
So how many rations have we gone through?
No, she's been casting
I
good
Yeah, I was
berry
going to
every
say,
day.
she's been,
Yeah.
I think.
She said a spell slot lasts at the end of the day.
Yeah, as long as I have a spell slot
And I still have all
left at
10
the
of
end
my
of the day, I
rations.
will good berry as such.
I bought an explorer pack so I could have pitons and such.
All sorts of stuff, huh?
I'm not spending any of my money.
Knife.
How much is an explorer's pack? 30 gold?
10.
10. That's not bad, actually. It's a pretty good investment, really.
I had a scholar's pack that came with my. I could take the explorer, the scholar took the scholar, so I could write in my spell book.
Which is totally acceptable.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a little bit more story here to go on while you guys are shopping. As you're walking along the streets, doing your shopping, talking to the merchants, because it's like all of them in the block will have all this type of stuff that you're getting the deal from. You notice a familiar older woman sitting on a bench.
Oh!
She holds a small pouch in her hand and is tossing a fistful of seeds on the ground. Surrounding her are pigeons, seagulls, and other birds, happily snapping off the offerings she gives. She looks up to you and says, "Hey, fellow travelers, it's good to see you well."
Say, hey, Hellas, how you doing?
You too.
That should beat us back to the village.
Aw, Hellas, yeah.
You and that cart? She had a cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one you fixed her wagon?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you fixed her wagon.
You just needed a 5 minutes. Come on.
Is it a spell?
Didn't take 2
Cantrip.
hours.
Cantrip?
Even more
Yeah.
quicker.
Even more better.
And totally without you guys asking, just talking to you, she goes off like nonstop about how she's the head groundskeeper of the Morning Gaze Manor, the wealthiest and original founders of the island.
Ooh.
She's been employed with them since she was a kid and had her kids there, but now she's lonely as fuck because her kids are gone. They've all grown up.
I'm sure she did.
And she's hoping you guys would stop by the manor this evening.
And mend her wagon? Alright, let's do it.
Love to.
For free
It's
food?
for her kids, man. Come on.
We've been invited. We can't.
Is there a
Yeah,
meal
that'd be rude.
associated?
No, I agree.
Is there a meal associated?
But yes, I agree.
Well, she's like, "Oh, I'm sure we can get you something."
Oh, that'd be nice.
That sounds good.
Be
In the
nice
meantime,
to
she
you,
starts
man.
swearing at random shit and walks away again.
Did it say that she does that stuff?
Not in this one. In the first one, it did.
Oh, okay.
Like when you first meet her on the trail, yes,
Really?
it literally says in there that she just starts going fucking nuts.
Wait, where is this manor? Oh, okay.
She's off.
I guess she's gone.
I thought we were gonna follow her.
You guys will know.
Well, no.
But you got like
That would be
half.
like the only manor in the.
You have like half a day till that evening, and as you're wandering around, say you ask people where it is specifically.
Yeah.
I want to know how famous these people are.
Well, you find out they were the royal family and they ran the island as a tyranny.
Oh, that doesn't sound very
Yeah.
reassuring.
Wow. Some are good.
Well, eventually they had one that during the reign of King Aelwar, he relinquished his crown and power to a public system of government.
Pussy.
On the market.
You guys also don't know if all this shit's true. People seem to be pretty passionate about the subject.
Okay.
You hear that the Morninggaze Manor is haunted or possessed, and no one is welcome there.
I believe that one.
I'll feel right at home.
And then that same Elwer who gave up his power to the stop being a king and gave it back to the people was apparently murdered. Yeah, in his life. That's how he ended.
Wow, those are sometimes family shit. They were supposed to get things they didn't get.
Oh, really good, yeah.
There's actual maps for this one.
There's goats in town.
Alright, well.
Quick question. Did she look showered or cleaned up at all?
No, she's still
Same
exactly the same.
Alright.
Like kind of haggard, but
You got some thaumaturgy over there?
we're fairly well.
I do, but it doesn't clean in this game, right? It's just Pathfinder.
She did look happy to see you.
Alright.
And she remembered us too. That's a bonus.
While you guys are shopping around too, I'm gonna whisper in Shack here.
Rogues.
Fucking
They
nice.
pick up on everything.
What's that?
What's that?
What's that over there?
Alright, I picked up a few things, but nothing.
No, it's good.
Nothing worth it.
What's the consequence?
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like it.
Oh, I forgot to add to
Turns
that.
out our rogue talks to himself as well.
Imaginary friends.
Crazy
Is it?
lady and the rogue.
Oh, this is
Is
just
it really an imaginary friend? Could be a real friend.
I forgot to add that up. That's kind of
Could be.
important. I'm just gonna leave that out.
Okay.
You can do with that information as you will.
Okay.
When Eshax tells us, he puts his hand in his coat pocket like this when he's hiding something. Moves his eyes and not his head.
03.24, the help, should have a chat bubble.
Chat.
Oh,
I'm just gonna. Like,
03.24
Yeah, the help.
needs chat bubble. Okay.
While he's doing that, I kind of motion the party together, just quietly, try not to make too much of a scene, but I say, hey, don't look. But someone's watching us. And if you turn to look at him, he's kind of seems to disappear, but there's someone keeping an eye on us. as we're walking through
Is it
town.
that same dude?
I don't know. It's not the same man, it's a nondescript man.
Yeah, you notice he wears like brown colors, looks like he'll fit in anywhere. Like if you weren't so fucking perceptive, you would never have noticed that. And like a couple of your other party members are pretty goddamn perceptive, and they didn't even notice at all.
You sons of bitches, you're lucky I'm here.
So we have eyes on us. is
He-
what you're
That's why
saying.
we brought you.
What the thing that did stick out to you was he's got a funny hat. It's like a weird fishing
Like a
hat.
fedora?
of some
Oh, a
sort.
fishing hat. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it happened in English.
But even with that, most people wouldn't notice him ever in a crowd.
Alright.
I spent some of the merchant's money, guys.
How could you? Oh no.
We'll see if any of you guys are a good liar.
So,
This is
so you're
outside.
not a rule follower then?
No, I wrote an IOU. It's right here.
Yes, I see.
well, you could always. This is like outside the game. Like what I would do, I'd be like, I'd go back and give them whatever you guys have left over, like a few hundred, and be like, because most of the shit got destroyed, this is all you. The
That's
money they gave us.
lying.
Well, so one of you guys got to be good at lying. There's a rogue in the party.
I'm pretty good at some shit.
A rogue criminal in the party.
Hey,
Oh, he's a criminal? I didn't know. What?
Tiefling road criminal
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm stocked up.
with mean teeth.
Feral.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna assume you're gonna head towards the manor.
Yeah, I think so.
It's getting on around supper time.
Sure.
The courtyard of the Morningays family seems overgrown in most areas, as if no one has managed to complete the yard work in years.
I don't know if she's been out here recently.
There are a couple workers that seem to be tending to the gardens and flowers, but it seems a bit odd that that hardly any of the yard has been worked on.
Are you sure she's an employee here?
She seemed a little off.
She did seem a little.
You want to pull one of the helpers aside and ask him how things are going?
What was going on out here?
There do seem to be a couple groundskeepers, but they don't seem to be keeping up with the
Are we supposed to
grounds.
meet her out here?
Yeah,
She's
We were
invited to
invited
dinner.
to dinner.
Yeah.
Wait.
Or, well, we were invited.
At
The
the-
dinner?
question,
At
Actually,
the
the question was
haunted
proper, is there a
mansion.
meal involved?
We were invited for dinner?
No, not to dinner.
Oh, that's a different.
Not as dinner.
Never know.
I don't know. She's nuts. I don't know.
There's
Alright.
a mystery here that we need to solve.
Mystery?
Do we see
It's
Hellas
up
in
the
there?
house!
I'm getting to
Oh, it's
that here.
haunted though.
There's some neat
Yeah.
shit though.
That's what the townsfolk say.
Townsfolk say it's
You do
haunted.
not see her immediately. This is a pretty big entryway. The house is, like a block
Alright.
away.
I say let's
Alright.
go to the entry, to
Alright.
the door.
Curiosity.
As you move forward, I'd like you all to roll perception checks, please.
This is where I come through.
Oh, god damn it, I'll do it. You can take that since it was in the open, it was horrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Because it was horrible.
Yeah.
Well, I was just, yeah.
As you guys are walking up the path to the house, you notice, or Priest
damn it.
Safona notices, there's lots and lots of different workers in the gardens, from maids to butlers. They're a little bit off though.
Oh.
Like you notice, there's a gardener tending to a flower bed, but he only seems to be working on that one flower bed when there's 4 others around him that are completely overgrown. You go a little bit further and you notice that there's a guy trimming a hedge, and the 1 10-foot section of hedge is just amazing, and the rest hasn't been looked at in years and years.
Excuse me, sir. What's her name? Hellas?
As-
No, she's not.
She's
there.
She's not there yet. You're
Have
just
you
kind of cruising.
have you
through.
seen Hellas recently?
They do not respond in any way.
They just keep working?
Yeah, they just keep working.
So I'm gonna walk up and like tap him on the shoulder. Sir, she's talking to you.
Keeps working
Ooh.
in that one section. Like it's like you don't even exist.
Did he,
That's,
when he tapped him, was it a person?
It
Did he
definitely
tap-
felt real.
Okay.
Definitely felt real.
That's some
It wasn't a
reenactment.
ghost.
No, it was not a ghost. I'll kind of table to their feet.
They're ruder than she
They are
is.
not ghosts. Yeah, as you move further into the state, you find Hellas.
She's there.
Ooh, that is cool. I wish you guys would have done something differently.
Ah, damn it. We cut off their head.
What?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Take with the
You
hedge
said you wish we
trimmer.
did something different.
And this thing has the best. Yeah, I love the comment at the end of that. Alright, that's
Did you write this part? Well,
Can't remember.
I don't think you would have.
Doesn't sound like Rob Toohey.
No, it's just not in good order. Like having to go through. And when I restarted it, moved all my hotkeys.
Oh.
So. Alright, yeah. As you guys keep moving in, you see her kind of closer to the back courtyard. The various flower beds are overrun by weeds with the exception of one plot of land. The groundworker is tending this garden, which is kept pristine. Next to the garden is an aviary full of loud and angry ravens. Hellspawn is standing before the aviary. Jesus, that's fucking shitty to say. Tossing bits of dead, rotting animals into the cage for the birds to eat.
That's normal. They eat meat.
Yeah. Well, as you get closer, you can hear her saying, "My lovelies."
You say that was Hellas?
Hello.
Hello, yeah.
Hellas, we're here.
We're here.
We're here.
She welcomes you with a great big smile.
Is this place really haunted?
She tells you, "I don't know about haunted, but there's the staff is a little bit off in the head. They don't really like being told what to do, and you know, you kind of just let them do their thing so they don't go all fucking nutty." She'll also she just starts talking about King Elward and how she was the first hired on by the family to help watch over the kids while the parents were out and about.
Where are the kids now?
They've all moved out, but the youngest one was a real hellcat.
Oh. Why you say that?
He used to just give me a hard time constantly.
Oh, well.
Eventually, he gave me a gift,
Oh.
but the gift was stolen by the oldest brother.
Sounds like You know, that's just like an older child.
It is.
Bunch of punch ass.
Yep.
Punch ass bitches.
Punch ass.
She
Punchies.
tells you that it was like a small conch, like a shell, that allowed her to keep her birds. And now every time she does anything, all they try and do is escape. And if you guys could find it, it would be amazing.
Where's this older brother? He stole it?
I'm looking.
Looking, damn it.
Wait, did he go crazy too?
No, she says the older brother's been gone for a long time, but the conch has been rumored to be seen
Oh,
on the island still.
sweet. I will remember that. Does it look like something special or like any other conch shell?
Looks like a conch shell.
Do you see many conch shells around here, guys?
I haven't stumbled on any yet.
Probably the only conch.
It keeps the birds satisfied, did you say?
So they don't escape.
So they don't escape, it keeps them calm.
Or fly.
Calm.
And she just keeps talking over you guys, mentioning how ever since the patriarch disappeared, the manor's fallen into a state of disrepair and she doesn't go inside because it's a bit spooky in there and she doesn't feel welcome.
Where'd the patriarch disappear to? I mean, where'd he go?
She says, you might be able to go inside and investigate, but I don't recommend touching anything. And she'll hand you the key to the front door.
Don't touch
Oh,
anything.
that sounds like a good
Like
idea.
anything?
Like, don't take
She doesn't elaborate.
No.
Take it for what
All
it
right.
means.
Let's go in there.
So
Let's go check it out.
Shit.
I can detect
check it
magic for 10 minutes.
Set it up.
No.
Set it up.
I think I'm gonna wait.
Wait till we get to the door and
Set
then
it
go.
up.
We've got a key. Let's just.
Make it happen. Yeah, let's.
I got a sneaking suspicion
Who's gonna
that
open
conch
the
shell's
door?
in there too.
The
Has anyone else been in? I don't know.
roguey type or the fighter type?
I say let's walk. We can go check out the house.
Yeah, we should
If
definitely.
it's actually haunted, I'd be surprised.
How would you feel about taking a walk around the outside before we go inside? You know.
Oh, is that
just
smarter to do?
Scope it
She's
out.
raging
I
on.
don't know.
We
Just
got a key,
All right.
man. Let's just.
So give us a 1-2 on the outside.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can we walk around?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You guys can walk around.
Seems big.
Seems big. Same stuff.
Seems creepy.
Workers all over the place. Only
Two-story,
seem to do one
three-story?
job.
They're
Is
focused.
it big? I mean, like 2-3 story place.
Yeah, it's a 3-story place.
Okay.
Well, 2 and what you assume will be a basement.
Does it look? I mean, windows broken out. Is it like that bad disrepair? Vines growing all over everything? Is this?
No, it just looks like no one's been doing anything to it for a fair share of years.
Okay.
Like, not like complete derelict, but definitely not.
Needs a paint job. And
Yeah, hasn't been looked after for a while. That's for sure.
Okay.
Did you say there was a map or no?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We haven't gone inside yet. have we?
Let's go inside.
Yeah, I think we got a key. We
Got a
don't have
key.
to break
See
anything.
what's on the front door?
Oh yeah, here. Sorry. There was a map. It's labeled.
All this over a little min spell.
She was a nice lady.
She was. She still is.
She got crazy.
She's crazy, but
Now,
Well, the good ones are.
is this map
this is
gridded?
totally true.
It
It
should be
is.
gridded, yeah.
It is. Yay. All right, there.
She's made it this long in life. She deserves a little crazy.
That's
Whoa,
correct.
whoa. Skeeter, what the fuck you doing here? Clicking buttons and things. There's a map. You guys are currently in the back courtyard.
Oh wow.
Those little marks you see in one of the trees is her. Hold on, why are you guys all crooked? All to hell.
Oh, it's tokens are locked. I think we can fix them.
Yeah. Tokens are not locked. I'm gonna do this.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Give me 1 second here.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, I see. Okay, there's the.
Man, I should have just grayed out
Front of
The
the
manor.
manor.
the manor, yeah, instead of trying to do it this way. But
Do you have to? I was wondering. I
Oh,
haven't
is that
tried
like
this.
a
Do you have
pond
to
or
enter mask mode, which masks everything, and unmask, or
Damn it.
can you just control
Yeah, I
shift?
tried that once.
I don't think it works.
It doesn't. You have to mask the entire
And
thing
then
and then
unmask.
unmask.
Yeah,
And then you
I
can
think
remask, but you can't just mask one little section, which would be really cool.
Yeah.
Hashtag Unity.
yeah, line of sight, no more unmasking of stuff.
Well, you still.
No, but I'll bet you they'll have it where you can do that.
Yeah.
There.
All right, so where's the door that we have? Are we around? Oh, we went around back.
So
Yeah, you guys are on
We're in
in
the
the back
back.
courtyard.
We should go in the front door, no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
I think
I
we were
meant to
just
go all
checking
the way
around.
around.
So what's this right here? This is just
That's her aviary.
okay, and then that's a big pond right there.
No, that looks like it's a giant grave.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a big mausoleum.
That's what it looks
I
like.
want to check that out.
We don't have a key to that.
I just want to take a look. I don't need to go inside.
I know her. She wants to go inside, guys.
She's going in.
So I want to go to the front and I want to take a look at it.
Give me 2 seconds, please. I'm still fiddling with the map.
Okay, no problem. Because this is completely new to me, so that's what I want to know.
No, it's here. I just have to click over to it. It looks like a very large flower bed. Like,
Oh,
Oh,
outstandingly looking, but you know it's a grave.
well,
Oh,
There's a gardener constantly working on it.
it's useless to talk to him. Okay.
Yeah.
But there's no like marker or placard or something like here lies so and so. May the gods rest their soul or any other thing like that.
No. It does not say anything of that.
Well, I guess they weren't loved. So let's go to the front door. Oh,
you
yeah.
go back to the front door.
Yeah. Tokens aren't locked, so you guys can move yourselves. It's a big fucking map, actually.
It is a big ass map. It's a big ass house too.
All right, who's got the key?
Not I.
I think I do. I'll open the door.
All right.
Alright.
Key in, unlock, open.
You open the door and you see a fairly nice entryway. Exits to the end of the hallway and to the left. It is fairly disheveled in here.
Oh, thank you.
Like no footprints in the dust, none of that stuff. Like it's like no one's been in here for a very,
Oh,
very long
sorry.
time.
Whoa, whoa.
But that was totally neat.
For now, I'm trying not to touch anything for now.
I'm gonna look down to the west.
Alright. To the west you see a dining room.
Oh, this.
In the center of the dining room is a large table that could accommodate a feast for many people. The table is set if the meal is ready to be served. In a corner with hands held behind his back is a butler awaiting an opportunity to serve the family and their guests during the course of the meal.
So there's people eating.
No, there's just a guy standing in the corner.
Oh,
The
okay.
butler's there.
The meal has been.
The table
proffered.
looks like it has been set.
Oh.
There's no food on it, but the table
Oh.
is definitely set.
When's dinner?
Yeah, I'll say one. Yeah, well, he said it.
All right. As the party begins to move through the dining room, the room fills with the sound of casual banter and chatter. Silverware dishes, bowls, cups, and platters, and all manners of items begin to move as if the table was full of patrons in the process of eating, drinking, and making merry.
Alrighty then, sir.
However, the seats are empty. The butler suddenly steps into action, moving it to the kitchen, then returning with a pitcher. He fills chalices from the pitcher, even though it is empty. He picks up plates and leaves with them, then returns with a platter full of long, rotted meat of some animal that is no longer recognizable. He walks around the table, going through the motions of serving the food. This does not stop until the party leaves the dining room.
We look back.
Did he go north or did he go to the left? To these doors over here.
He went that way.
Okay. So you know that way's the kitchen. That smells bad.
Very, very bad.
It is ghostly. They did say haunted.
They did.
You want to keep checking out down here?
I'll peek into the bigger area there.
Give me 1 second here.
These look like Zacchaeus maps.
I kind of look back in the room to see if
Definitely
he's
see
standing
this
where he
was,
was
uh,
when we first saw him.
Dead hand.
The
did
butler.
these.
Pardon?
I look back in the
Definitely
dining room to see if he's back to where he was originally standing.
The butler.
Yep. No, he looks like he's still serving the tables,
Oh, okay.
as far as you can see.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
along the wall where that's all just walls.
Where?
So where my line is that all just wall? There's no doors there.
Where do you point to? Oh,
Blue.
yeah. No, there is a door there.
I don't see it.
If you move your line.
You mean up here?
No.
Oh.
It's like under the stairs, it looks to me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, over.
And those stairs go up or down?
I believe they go up.
Okay.
It doesn't specify in this. Oops. I'm predicting that character. Yeah, those ones definitely go up.
I think.
Okay.
Alright, so this hallway is lined with 4 portraits, 2 boys and a girl, ranging from pubescence to nearing double digits in age, and a young woman in her mid-20s. They are each dressed as royalties.
Does the woman look like Hellas?
None of them look like Hellas, sorry.
All right.
The portraits fly off the walls and smash against the opposite walls, cracking their frames. The hallway filled with a light, shadowy mist, and the foundation of the house vibrates with strange, stubble vibration. You can hear faint laughter, crying, and an untimely cacophony of strange voices. As you look to either side of the hallway, you'll notice that both ends of the hallway end in darkness, and a faint light drifts in from behind the drape-covered windows. So now you got portraits just laying on the floor.
That's creepy.
So I don't have detect good or evil. I would have to rest to do that.
You could flash him your eye too.
My
See what
eye?
happens. Yeah, on your neck.
I don't have an eye.
The eye in your neck.
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. It's hidden. Sorry.
Should we go forward? I don't know. I mean,
So this was open under here.
Yeah.
All right, let's go check that out.
We don't know why the portraits fell. They just magically fell.
And they're just sitting against the wall, smashed to pieces now. Well, not smashed to pieces, but with the frames cracked.
Frames are correct.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
This
Maybe
looks
this place
like
is haunted.
This is what was once an amazingly beautiful lounging room.
All right.
There is what was once a bar. There's what was once a library, a very nice fire pit with seating in front of it. And it looks like a small gathering place in the far corner. Like a breakfast nook type of area.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna go at least look. There is no one. There is no one here, right?
Now, as you come in here, nothing happens. It's a place that looks like it hasn't been used in longer than the rest of the house, as you so far see.
Okay. So there's no one here either, guys.
we kind of investigate,
Kinda
take a look around
action
the room,
is
see
on
what else we
this.
find.
Yeah, you can give me an investigation check if you want.
Sure. Let's see.
As he's doing that, I will go to the nearest portrait and chime in.
1 second.
Yeah, you're do him first.
You investigate around, and you can tell for sure that this place would have been like the fucking lap of luxury.
Okay.
if it was still in even remotely good repair. Wouldn't even have to be pristine and it would be amazing. But as is, it's just run down. It hasn't been used in so long, it's gone to waste. Mend, you say?
Yeah, I'd like to kind of mend the portrait and see if I can
Give me 1 second. I gotta read that
Good
spell.
job.
put it back where it was.
So you're gonna sit down for? Oh, it's only 1 minute.
Don't touch.
All right, you're gonna mend it.
Yeah.
Okay. As you reach down and touch it, it definitely does mend. You fix it, but you have a vision explode into your head.
Yes.
You stand at the balcony of a window's watch at the top of the former palace. Looking out over the realm you have relinquished to the people, you are satisfied and hopeful that your decision will bring your island and its people to greater prosperity. You suddenly feel a force push against your back, and sudden shock of fear takes over as you spin in the air. You feel yourself falling. You turn to look up towards your quickly shrinking perch to see the angry face of your wife glaring down at you.
What?
A quick, sharp pain racks your body but does not last long, for you have died.
I just scream once I can imagine that I'm screaming while I'm falling in my mind.
While you're touching it, the portrait is labeled the Portrait of Othak's Morngaze.
Ooh. Well, I guess you're destined to hedge trimming.
I'm like, dude, what? What?
This dude was murdered.
By who?
Is there another portrait of the wife?
You have to go see.
Was she the one with the kids?
I'm gonna look
No,
at
there's 4 separate portraits.
I'm assuming I've looked at the other portraits. So when they flew across, I'm going to point to the wife's portrait and say, "Her."
Are you sure?
No, but that's what I saw.
Oh, good
How
answer.
did
You're
you see
seeing
it?
things now?
Yeah.
Crazy.
You're crazy too.
Yeah.
This one's
Well, not-
talking to
I'm not
himself.
Just like your
You're
girlfriend.
seeing things.
feeding birds yet.
There is no portrait of the wife,
Oh.
at least from what you saw in your vision.
So in the vision, I felt as though it was my wife, though.
Yeah, no, you knew it was your wife,
It was my wife.
but you were seeing through what you're assuming was his eyes.
Okay. Okay. So I'll relay that. This dude was straight up murdered. His wife pushed him off after he gave up the castle, the realm.
Damn, that's cold.
She wasn't happy.
Did you hit the bottom?
No,
Or did you come out of it? No, you came out of it before you hit.
Oh, he
No.
thinks he.
I fucking died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he felt everything that guy
Okay.
felt in the vision,
Wow.
without actually causing any physical harm.
Wow.
So I will hang that portrait back up.
It does not fly back across the hallway.
But I do not. Does someone else? I'm the only one else on a band.
These are telling us the story of the home. I guess I'll have to
The
step
home, the people.
They're great people, I'm sure. I'll pick one, or I'll try to mend one of them too, since it's a positive.
You know how to do.
Do you know that, man?
Can you mend?
I don't know how to do it.
Oh,
I
it's
just want to get
it's a kid.
trigger vision.
That's not him.
Alright, you totally can't fix the portrait. It doesn't seem to be really that fucked up, just a broken frame, right? So it'll hang a little bit crooked.
Okay.
But fear fills your very soul. A dread you have never known, nor ever want to know again. Washes over you. There should be a comma there, but washes over you as you push yourself away from your mother, who stands over you laughing maniacally. You turn and run from the manor out into the streets, wishing you will be able to escape, but knowing it will never happen. The fear makes only some room for the sting of regret that teases the back of your mind. It was a mistake. Everything was a mistake, but it can be fixed. You just don't know if you have the courage.
Kill mom.
The portrait is labeled Muriel Ock.
Wait a minute. I should write something.
Jealous, I want to touch a picture.
Do it.
Step up.
Should I do it?
Do it.
Yeah, I the terror I felt was
do
not
you.
something I ever want to experience again.
What are there's 2 left?
Yeah, there's 2 left.
What are the names on them?
Portrait of Jolan and Portrait of Croup de Sage.
Alright, I'll pick up the one that says Jolan.
Mother forgot to lock up again before leaving on one of her sabbaticals. You know she will be gone for a very long time. It is your chance to continue learning what you know to be secret and forbidden things. Things that would see his mother burnt at the stake, hung, or beheaded. Or all three. The power you have over your mother's life, if ever you choose to reveal the things down here, fills you with a strange yet exciting sense that your young mind cannot yet put to words. You open a tomb of dark secrets, you're so very close to perfecting the spell that will free you from the tyranny of the nanny.
Mine was awesome.
Tyranny of the nanny?
Yes, so.
And that was the portrait of Jolene.
I'll pick up the other one, the Court de Sage.
Alright. You pick this portrait up, and it looks oddly familiar to you. But before that has a chance to register, you sit upon a ledge facing the sea, stroking a conch in your hand and smiling. You know that your power is great. You slip the conch into a fold in your robe before turning to look over your shoulder. Your heart flutters and your loins stir as the thought of your last capture. And the picture you vaguely resembles what you assume the guy who was following you in the city would seem to look like. It gives you that say it's a lot better dressed, but like you have that stuck in your mind that
It's the same
is
as
very
Glad
similar.
you looked at that
That's why I
one.
was drawn to it.
Right.
Interesting. Hey,
We wouldn't have known.
This
We
one
would've-
stirred my loins.
It can do that when you're.
I had to die. You got your loins stirred.
Just saying.
As you do that,
I ran.
Chance drops to his knees as another vision rocks him.
Oh.
You're older now and do not know how long you have been chained in the basement. Your mind has been melted by things you do not remember.
Mine's not awesome.
Immediately after that, you're dumb and only remember how much you love the color red. It looks especially beautiful painted on the stone wall before you.
Damn.
Color red.
Red wall. Red wall.
Red rum.
I think we gotta find the basement.
I'm gonna hang that picture on the wall and step back. I didn't like it.
We gotta find the basement.
Absolutely do that. They don't come flying off the walls again afterwards, but the ones of you who have touched and read them,
We're
a little bit
impacted.
fucking disturbed
Yeah,
afterwards. Some more
emotionally
than
I
others.
guess so.
Hang it up.
Yeah.
So you
Lydian,
Look more around.
Eshak's over there like, man, that's fucked up, but I recognize this guy. This
Yeah.
guy, Chance is over there like, yeah, my vision was awesome, and then 2 seconds later, fucking life comes crashing down.
So this is my guess of the clues. The wife killed her husband, the former king that got ousted by the guy that made it a republic. I guess that's where this family was the king or whatever. 2 sons, right? One of them's a coward and ran. The other is this guy that's kind of sticking around with the hat.
Okay.
And
He had a conch cell.
could be wrong.
in his-
the conch,
Rope.
yeah, he's the smart one that knows a little magic, I think, because he almost perfected the spell. He said, right?
No,
And then-
that wasn't him that said almost perfected the spell, I don't think.
Are those things you can put in the chat?
Which one said he almost perfected the spell to kill his mother, or whatever he was trying?
The one that he read,
Oh,
he ended up
sorry.
chained in a basement,
Oh,
Don't put that
Joe,
mojo on me.
became
Your
insane,
loins, yeah, I
and
forgot.
slowly could only remember the color he liked was red.
So, did you guys actually talk about your vision? Because I don't know that I know anything.
Yeah, I would have explained mine out loud.
yeah, that's what we're relaying, kind of.
I absolutely would mention that it reminded me of the guy that was in town watching us.
I'm trying to put it together with some of the things that Hellas said too about. The
And also at the
family.
end of my vision was Denzel Washington.
So Hellas said that she was hired originally to take care of the children.
Yeah,
right?
nanny.
That's pretty creepy.
That last
that
one was the nanny.
The
Professor.
nanny.
The nanny, yeah.
Can you read that part again, Stuner? The nanny section.
Is that stuff you put in chat, or is that just something you read out?
I can put it all in chat again.
That might-
Oh, you already did?
No, I can.
Oh, okay.
Here's the first one, the description of the portraits. Here's for the first one, Othak Morngaze. So that would be yours,
Yeah,
Joe.
thank you.
This is the Croupe de Sage. That's the Gwydian's one. This is the Muriel Auk for Urash. And then the next 3 are Joland, who are all Robs. Oh yeah. Hi, Lord Arctic. I am here. I'm hiding in the back.
All right. So, explore more, or
Upstairs, downstairs. Yeah. Let's
So
keep-
what was the
I
basement?
like my vision. Let's keep doing the vision.
You're older now.
Well, you guys make that decision. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
so what do we want to do? Do you want to?
I mean, I don't know what's in front of us. I couldn't quite tell. Are those doors in front of us to the right and left? Or...
Yeah.
Looks like, yeah.
Okay. Maybe check out this floor first is what Ishak would do.
All right.
Kind of maybe.
Oh, that's a curtain, I guess, that he told us that goes. You can see a little bit behind it, right there in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's a curtain. So, do we want to go through the curtain or to one of the doors?
I think the curtain.
All right, sounds good. So we'll.
Last time we touched the curtain, you guys got cackle fever.
That's not good.
Okay. Yeah, maybe check.
So I'll
see-
go and
see
I'll
what's behind
open
the
the
curtain.
curtain when he.
Can you unmask that for us, Fury?
Yeah,
Sure,
just-
let me figure out how to figure that. Just kidding.
so we're gonna open the curtain
Shot says pulling back the curtain.
Little sad
At
there.
the end of the hallway?
Yep.
right in front of
Are there
me.
any mosquito babies?
Oh, right in front of you. Ooh, this will be fun.
Oh no, I don't like it.
Yes, we should.
Okay, yeah, you pull
This
back the
too.
curtain, and you see what seems to be the exit out to the back courtyard.
Okay. That was really fun.
That's
So I'm
great.
I'm gonna listen and kind of check out to the door that's in front of me.
All right, if you want, you can roll me a perception check.
Perception, okay.
Oh wait, there were windows. We could have just lived in the windows outside the house.
You listen at the door, and
That's you.
excuse me. As with the rest of the house, it seems to
You
be
just-
silent.
Okay,
No, I'm
I'll
good.
open. I'll try to open it if I can.
I just blew my nose in my shirt. It's fine.
Such a boy.
No, it's just a sneeze.
Such a
But I have my food safety, so I always sneeze into my armor under
Yep.
my shirt, right? Because it became a real bad habit. Or a good habit, whichever one you prefer.
Either way.
Alright, so you enter this room, and it seems to be like a library or a study of some sort.
Do I see any, like, go get up against the wall, check out the books? Do I recognize anything or see anything unusual?
They're all pretty faded. There's some that you would kind of recognize, like just like
I screwed up.
standard books that you could
Okay.
get anywhere.
Okay.
Does this look like a desk?
It
Over
does look
here?
like a desk.
Can I kind of rummage around and see if I can read anything? Or...
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No worries. You rummage around, you find some blank sheets of paper that are starting to curl at the edges, a dry inkwell, and a pen. Or a quill.
I'm gonna check it. Okay.
Don't
I'm gonna check out the door that's in front of me and see if it'll open.
It's not locked.
You
I will
are
open
running
it.
around going, no touching, no touching.
Oh!
Oh shit!
You enter
This
this,
doesn't bother me. I'm
and
Mama?
fearless.
Chance can see it. And he gets a fucking hauntingly creepy feeling that he felt something towards this room that scares the living heebie-jeebies out of him.
I start backing out.
Yeah. As he's like looking at it, he can slowly just see a red wall in front of him.
What's wrong?
Oh,
What's wrong, bro?
Red wall.
that's bad. Don't go in there.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
have to say,
know.
what's bothering me?
Where are you going?
I'm just gonna not be near that room over there.
Do I notice anything else? Kind of checking out that entire room.
I wanna
Is
see
that
what's
is that
in
a
the
pentagram or a
Yeah,
star?
it's
Like
a
circle with the star.
I don't know. I'm
Cultic.
assuming.
It doesn't say. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't say, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go with like this seems to be like a witch's spellcasting room.
Is that a table with
Yeah.
stuff on it from?
Bones and the like
They're still asking if that's you, Mom. He couldn't see you.
rolled
Oh.
bones.
Yeah, I'm hiding in the back because I'm godly. Yeah, no, it
I'm godly.
definitely looks like a witch's spellcaster room, but there doesn't look to be much of anything left in here. No spell components, no writing utensils. Everything is disheveled. It looks like someone tried to graffiti over top of the thing on the floor to scratch it out.
Does this room back here look as bad as the rest of the house?
It does.
Okay. These guys weren't cool.
There's
That's
some
a
freaky
room
deaky.
someone just has and is cool.
Right across the hall from a
Not sure.
beautiful area for relaxation.
It's not a room that somebody has and is cool.
For now.
Yeah,
Alright.
so nobody went in there.
That
Huh?
should be a
No.
I
Probably
thought
a good
about it.
idea.
I thought about it, but
I can pick up Chauncey and see if we can.
No, I'm good. I don't like it.
No, let's get out of here.
He's all right. He just had that for a second. It was like a
Like exit?
PTSD flashback to the vision he
Fair
saw.
enough.
As you guys all come out in the hallway, in your heads you hear a cackling. I am still watching you.
Oh,
Oh, this guy.
this douche.
Fucking forgot who it was.
This
Right.
fucking Kevin.
I don't
Is
really understand, but I go ahead and scratch my head.
Oh,
Yeah, scratch the
There's a
tattoo.
book
That
in
is
there.
very
I
good.
get to go touch the book.
You can unconsciously just.
Sven, are you gonna open the door in
That's
front
a
of
good
you?
idea.
I ask.
Yes, I was waiting for you guys to see if you were going to exit, but like seems like you're not. I'm going to open this door that's to my north.
You open that door and it seems to be a sitting area leading to the bathroom.
Oh, okay, I'll
The
walk in.
fireplace is very nice.
It's a
If
cleaner room than the rest of the house.
No, still just as bad as every other house. There's rotting towels sitting there waiting to be used. You can tell that whoever does this did it with care, but no
Just
one's
kinda
used it in
getting
a
old
long
and-
time.
And it looks like there's a door there.
Yes.
I'm gonna check out the fireplace
Okay.
and see if it's
You check out the fireplace and you think this would be
pretty
really
cool.
nice to have around while having a bath.
alright.
Keep the place cozy and warm.
Cold evening. Oh, can I open the door to my west?
Yes, you can.
Oh, cool.
This is the linen closet. No, I lied. It's the shitter.
It's the loo. It's the loo.
You need the loo.
Yeah.
Skip
Can I
to
open
my
the door
loo.
in front of me?
I like that it's a two-seater.
Absolutely.
Thinking you're gonna have something.
Yeah, you chat and read a book
Well, in
together.
case one
For
gets
couples.
full, you can do the other one.
All right.
It's romantic.
You open that to a storage room, and over here, where Uriel is, he can look down. The kitchen seems to have not had food cooked in it for some time. Moving about from stove to table to cauldron is the cook who seems lost in thought. He moves from one area of the room to the other, performing tasks with the tools of his trade. Sans the presence of ingredients. What does that mean? Like
Without.
Without any
Okay,
food or
that makes sense.
no
Why couldn't you
spices.
just say without? Fancy
But that's
ass
it,
fucking
that's
talk.
it, that's
People
some
smarter than
stairs.
me and shit. There are no fires lit or stoves heated, nor is there any water in any pot or pan. The odor of old rotted meat and vegetables and fruits line the air.
Yuck. No thanks.
Does it say what this is?
I'm assuming that's like a garbage chute
Or dumb
Oh,
water.
okay.
or a dumbwaiter. Yeah,
Alright.
it does not say, but that's what that would be a good assumption for a manor with that was like
In the kitchen.
Yeah.
yeah, like really nice.
Sven approaches the stairs. Are those up or down?
Those are down.
Dun, dun,
Wait,
dun.
Oh, there. I missed those.
We need Chauncey to lead the way here. He's got that red room down there.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want to go where the red one is.
But you're most familiar.
Is there anything? I mean, these look all kind of careworn. These boxes and crates and all
Yeah.
that shit, right?
does-
You can assume that this is just stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go upstairs first.
What? Okay.
Well, we're here.
No, I'm gonna go upstairs first
Alright.
Why?
because I'm not ready to go down to the pits of hell.
Up is always bad.
It's just.
Yeah, tell us
It's
what you
just
found.
house.
You're going down, are you?
No,
Not
I,
after seeing that freaking
I
I
don't
was
think we
thinking
should
about
split the
it. I was
party.
thinking about it.
Are you going
Split the
down?
party.
I don't know.
Do it. Split the party.
Let's split the party. I like splitting the party. It's fun.
Is this the one that you wrote or what?
No. I have no idea what happened to
All
her.
right. I'll stay a little bit behind her, but give her some room.
All right.
10-foot net.
I'm back through.
Kind of just. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, flying portraits and visions of death and shit.
No big deal.
So what's downstairs that's gonna?
That map
Rip
is
our heads
big
off.
real fast, eh?
I don't know.
But it might be upstairs. We'll see.
Man, I should have loaded some different spells.
No, I thought you cracked your knuckles and I almost threw up. I know, but the way it sounded, and I was
You
like, that
don't
was
like
her.
cracking knuckles?
No, but that sound? If somebody cracks their knuckles and you hear this,
Snaps like glass.
like, oh.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
And I didn't even mean to mangle it,
Right.
so it's just.
So you guys are going upstairs, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's asked us like 3 times. I don't like it. Yes.
I know, my favorite thing at the end says, are you
really?
sure?
Are you sure you want to do that?
Well, I know.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
sure.
fuck, we disappeared.
You'll be fine.
Oh my god, we're
Maybe.
invisible.
So this is the top floor.
No,
3
this
stories,
is a
including the
second
basement.
floor. You see this. You come to the second floor, and you see the third or the stairs continue to go up,
Oh,
which
okay.
surprises you and the DM.
Ooh, cute.
Well, Bunny, lead the way. You wanted to go up.
Yeah, I'm in.
She's on.
All right.
It's a big man
Are you
too.
sure?
It's gotta be a big
That
one,
comes
'cause I
through
can't
quick.
see it.
All right. You come into what seems to be someone's bedroom.
That's right. I love rifling through people's drawers.
We don't supposed to touch anything.
I'm
That's
rifling.
kid. Cribs. Get the camera.
Oh, so I'm assuming you're snooping through everything?
Snooping through
By
everything.
the sounds of it. All right. You find a journal full of pictures of sea creatures. Your
Ooh.
drawings are that of a child, though some of them are a bit graphic.
Ooh.
Color chalk has been used, black, blue, and a disturbing amount of red. One picture depicts a multi-tentacled sea creature decapitating people.
That's not.
Another picture is a half fish, half woman,
Spiritual.
drawing away a boy who has never seen a naked woman or fish, but has heard stories about them might draw them.
Okay, so it's the head of the fish, like Civil War.
Yeah, the first one looks like a kraken, like you guys kind of had experience with very
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
And the other one is what you're assuming would be a mermaid.
Okay.
Cool.
And
My version better.
damn it, who had that vision?
Who was that crew?
Me?
Yeah, you had that vision. It'd be the second.
Points
one.
McGee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Judge, you never knew. Mother laughing maniacally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you flash back when you see that picture of your flashback, your heart flutters and your loins stir at the thought of your latest capture.
Awkward.
I keep that to myself.
Oh shit, I guess I should make so you can see a doorway out of this bitch, eh?
Could be
Oh, I
helpful.
totally brought you into the wrong spot.
That's what I.
Yeah, I was wondering. We're over in
Yeah,
the
I'm
corner.
sorry, I
That's
didn't
all right.
see it at
We
first.
can. We're gonna search it all
Seemed
anyway.
to be a bit.
Alright. Well, you came up in the middle there and you guys decided to come here first.
Oh,
Yep.
cool.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
That
we
makes more
did.
sense now.
Absolutely.
What is this?
Carpet. Oh, that.
That is the book.
That's the book that you're looking at.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to search through anything.
I don't know. Everything. So that's the only thing that was of interest.
Mm-hmm.
Is this anything?
That's balcony.
No.
Okay.
That is nothing.
Walking
So this
down.
room up here.
Holy Jesus, just fucking on a mission.
Oh,
eh?
the gray stuff is not here. Gotcha. That's down floor.
Alright.
Open
You
space.
go in.
Oh yeah, that's just empty space. Right here.
This seems to be a child's bedroom. It's completely bare, with the exception of a bed and a very, very small desk.
What's
Bear
in
rug
the
over there?
northeast corner? Nothing? Is that just kind
It's
of
like a bear rug or something,
Okay.
moldy and worn out.
Kitty, you're not supposed to touch anything.
She's just jumping on.
Kitty's
the
gonna
bed.
take a nap.
Are you bouncing in the bed, Kitty?
Maybe.
She is
Acrobatics
not a
check,
lady.
please.
There's it.
I'm leaving cat hair
She
everywhere.
is a crazy,
Oh, yeah.
crazy lady.
There's a desk back here. Anything
rifle.
interesting there?
Nothing. Nothing. Like
And are those windows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
outside.
windows
Windows
outside.
out. I'll open up this one.
all right.
Just gonna take a peek.
2 seconds.
Well, yeah.
Oh, how do I hide that?
Control.
No.
Oh,
It's a token.
Shift.
It's a token.
They don't see it.
we
You
don't see it.
Yeah,
No, I know.
Oh, sorry,
it's-
sorry.
How
You
do
can
I-
right click it and set it visible only at the gallery or never visible or
It's not a token though. It's like part of the map.
then I got nothing. You said it was a token.
Fuck it. Too bad for me. All right. As bare as the other rooms, an old and ragged doll is tucked into the bed. Seems broken. A button eye hanging off.
Oh no.
I pick up the doll.
Oh,
Okay.
Is it underneath you?
You are filled with a sense of sorrow, dread, and determination that would whittle down to dust even the most stalwart soul.
Okay.
You must make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
Ours was just a simulation. Just get ready.
Okay, what's your plus to it?
That's what you get for fucking.
Yeah. You become frightened.
I'm so scared. I can't leave this bed now.
You're not that frightened. Anything else would you like to do?
Did you just frighten me?
I frightened you.
Yeah, but it says it was from the goblin.
I
yes.
see a door up
I'm
there.
not
It's on
scary.
her
I
turn.
swear I'm not
I'll
scary.
check through
Oh,
that
that
door
tracker.
that's in this room here.
Alright. You open that door up. And you see what seems to be a tiny little dressing room / desk. Whoops.
I guess I'll check it out real quick, see if there's anything looks like it's been touched or.
Nothing seems
Is
to
it
be
important?
touched, but the wall in front of you seems a bit awkward.
The one to my west.
Yes.
It looks like it's protruding here. Let me press on it. What do I feel?
You touch it, it feels like a wall.
Can I investigate it?
You can.
How long do temporary hit points last until they get used or what?
Yeah.
Or
Oh, okay.
rest.
Unless it says
Sometimes
go away.
it's a
You
short
push,
Oh,
pull,
okay.
punch that wall, nothing seems to happen.
Hey, guys, something's with this wall. I got tweaked in the head about it. Can someone check it out? I can't discover anything.
I'll
I'm
check
not
it
a,
out. See
I'm
if
not
I
a cat
can-
burglar.
I'll kind of look all around it and see what I see.
An investigation.
I have a
please.
server in the
With advantage.
Oh,
Because your
okay.
teammate
Okay.
does realize that there's something wrong with that wall, but he's not bright enough to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm
himself.
not that good at
Okay.
that stuff.
A fucking wizard. Hey, you're not much brighter, but you do. For
good.
criminal, right? You do notice that there is a secret door.
Excellent. Oh, big ass.
That's what I was trying to figure out how to get rid of on the map.
Oh,
Because there's not a player map and a DM map.
Yeah.
Right?
Hate it.
I need to make a note.
Good job, Rogue. I knew something was up there, but I'm.
Uriel, what are you doing?
I'm gonna open this door.
Alright.
Oh, wait, which door is he opening?
Oh, he's opening the back
It's
to
okay, I got your back, man.
And while he's opening that one, I'll open. Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can do that too.
Ooh, this one's full of
Okay.
crap. Spider webs.
Yeah, you open this door. The
Overturned
furniture is abused and destroyed in this room. Even the expensive and sturdy furniture of this manor could not withstand the rage of a spoiled child that did not like to be told no.
Wow, this thing is a brat. There's nothing of value.
Do I
in
see
here.
anything in the little room I'm in?
It looks just like another writing room. Nothing too special about it, but you're wondering why it has
Right.
access to another room.
So this is a room with all a bunch of smashed up stuff, and
Yeah.
this is another, like maybe a smaller child's room, maybe.
You harken back to the story of Hellas
Yeah.
telling you about how the one child was a fucking nutcase.
Yeah.
And then one day gave her a conch as a gift that was
Nice
later
thing he
stolen.
did.
Yeah.
Interesting. And this is just the door out, right, to the other room?
Yeah.
Where'd they?
Yeah.
Not so secret.
You were just in the other room.
I know, right?
Where'd you come
There's a
from?
secret
Wow.
door in between these two
Yeah.
children's
Oh, that's
rooms.
messed
It's
I
up.
think
odd.
they're buddies.
Like how secret?
I mean, I found it, but
Kitty's not there. She went in.
it's weird.
Yeah, Kitty goes in. No fucking around over here. This room is much like the room of a king and queen would expect to be decorated. Large bed with canopy that collapses as soon as you sit on it. Wardrobes full of clothing, privacy partitions, grand curtains, and decorative statues and busts. A vanity with a mirror is full of various items for making oneself beautiful.
Ooh, I want to be pretty.
So this must be like just a little deck that goes and looks over the foyer, kind of.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it must
so.
be. All right. No, hey. Okay, yeah, there we go.
So the spiral staircase we came in actually goes to a
Soon as you
third
sit-
level tower.
Yeah, as soon as you sit down in front of that vanity, the spot where your tattoo is begins to burn.
Oh.
Like you've never felt it before.
Whoa.
Son of a
It's a
bitch.
brief and quick memory, but it fucking scars your mind, dealing you 1 damage.
Oh,
It's okay, I got 2
Yeah.
more hit points.
Yeah, that tattoo's becoming a problem.
What about that place would make you burn?
First,
That's awesome.
Should we go up?
up we go. I like going up.
No, there really okay.
Well, you don't like going down?
Really is nothing.
Not
there.
really.
Up the tower, probably not.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
back in the corner.
No,
we did
man.
it. Just a
But I
burn.
didn't see anything. It
I
just
wonder
made
if
me
anybody
burn.
else
It
will
just
burn.
made you burn
Like,
where your
it's just-
tattoo was.
That sucks.
You're
She
still
said-
back there.
I
Go
didn't
said,
touch
"Ow."
anything.
Go give it a
As soon
ride.
as you sat down there, it
Probably
started
because
to
she's
burn.
touching shit. We're not supposed to touch anything.
Yeah, I don't sit down and
Alright, you guys can move yourself over there.
Okay.
That's the 3rd floor. It's on the same map. It's kind of nice.
Alright.
Does this look familiar?
Dead End said the map without the S on it should be in the thing. He'll double check. And
Oh, because
Just maybe the right link. Huh?
yeah.
no, not it's probably not in the module, but he's the one that made the maps.
Oh,
So he'll check to make sure we got that.
oh.
So this is just the top of the little tower.
Yeah. The small room is quiet and dusty and has not been used in what appears to be a very, very long time, like longer than the rest of the house. Layers of undisturbed dust blankets the floor, cobwebs that cover the doors, and a small window drift in a light breeze. A balcony opening up facing the back of the estate. In the center of the room sits a rocking chair.
Ooh.
As you enter, the rocking chair begins to rock back and forth
Someone just stay on
as a ghost appears who looks like Elgor Morninggaze.
The dude.
Bro,
The king?
you got killed by your wife.
Your wife's a whore.
No, she's not.
Well, bitch.
She's a murderer.
Seemingly without
She
you
killed
guys,
him?
with
Murderer.
ignoring the fact that you guys are there, he says, "I surrendered my throne for the welfare of my land. My wife sacrificed my life for the power of that which is unknown. To save my land, you must take up my crown. Find where my crime was hidden. Find the salvation of my people."
Your crown was hidden or your crime?
Crown.
No, to save the land, you must take up my crown.
Okay.
Find where my crime was hidden.
My crime was
need to
Find the
figure out
salvation of the
where
people.
Like the crime
where'd she bury the body?
or where she pushed him off.
Yeah,
One of
you
the
could
two.
go either way with that.
It was a balcony. I know
So it is fine where my crime was hidden.
Yes.
Crown. Or where's crime was hidden,
Yes.
But you must take up his crown.
Very clever.
The ghost stands and walks to the balcony and looks down the yard below. There are shrubs, trees, and all manner of flower beds in the back courtyard. A servant is tending one flower bed, next to an aviary full of birds. The ghost will stay standing there looking down at that below.
The clue.
I think we go down there.
Good in there.
Is that place where you were? Is it looking at the place that where someone was buried?
Rope.
You know, hey, let's be looking.
get
Or is it some
Yeah.
other place? Is what I was.
No, that is, yeah, that's
I'm
exactly.
gonna make a grappling hook and rope so we can all slide down really fast.
I want to go down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's-
This
I
seems
got
so-
excited. I got excited.
So I want to go back to that vanity and see what's actually on the vanity without sitting down.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
I say we head outside unless someone wants to check out the basement first.
Go
Let's check
outside to
outside
where
first.
he's looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Wait, I thought no. So we're not gonna check the basement.
Matt,
Well, we
this-
will, but let's follow
Where the
clue
crime
first.
That's where he's looking. The
Crime.
ghost is
Yeah,
There.
at the barrel thing. But I want to see what's in the basement now.
Oh, you're gonna
Always. I
We wanna
want to
find
go
it.
up. I want to go down.
Let's look for the clue first.
The dude is not looking at the basement.
Alright. We can't.
Alright. Yeah,
He's looking at the place where we want to go.
you guys could go outside and back out the back door.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can always get back to the basement. I think we have a key.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll look
Get
there.
locked out.
So you're looking directly at that flower garden, the great big fancy one dead center that is constantly being tended.
All right.
And he was looking outside.
I'm gonna look up. Can I still
Yes.
see the ghost in the tower?
I gotta say that seems weird. Sorry.
Go ahead.
From that tower, that round room, at being on the front of the house, for him to wind up in the back of the house after he was pushed, just seems weird.
I think it's a
Unless
really
you
tall
drug him
tower.
there and buried him there. It's true.
It wasn't like necessarily a tower at the front of the house, even though that's the way the map's drawn. That's not how it was described.
Okay.
But he was looking out the back, to the back
It
door.
was tall enough to be able to see that at least. Maybe he wasn't pushed off of there.
Can I see?
Because I didn't see a place to go off of there. It looked like it was windows all in there.
Can I still see the ghost in the tower?
Yeah, he's still standing there looking directly down at you.
He's looking right at me?
Well, directly down at the area that you guys are standing.
So can I tell specifically where he's looking?
Do you have?
Do you look at him and say, this way?
Where's the dude that's
Am I warm?
digging?
Am I hot? Like what's
He's just there. Like I'm gonna say, currently he's right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you can surmise that he's looking directly at that flower garden. The ghost.
Alright, so
Where's my shovel?
I'm gonna go in it.
In.
Am I attacked by zombies? What happens?
Yeah, the gardener there screams in anger
Yes.
and attacks you.
Oh,
Yeah.
my friend!
Back up. Back up.
You should be on.
I'll back up.
Back up.
Alright, this encounter is not built either.
You're not supposed to go in the garden.
Well, I remember why there's no encounter.
What's it?
Because they're just commoners, and we can punch them in the face and kill them like that.
Oh, well, that's why it's specifically yeah. It literally says all the master statistics commoners are really no match for the party, but nonetheless will attack your food. You should maybe just add in brackets, no encounter necessary.
Oh yeah, okay. What number is this? What?
03.38 Grave of Alwar Morn Days.
Just grapple him.
No, just give them a backhand. Be like, bitch, shut
Yeah,
up.
like you poke them in the face and they're gonna die. That's all we do.
So maybe don't backhand them. They can snap their neck.
If he hits him in the toe, that'll probably trigger him.
As you look around, Hellas is nowhere to be seen. It's like she wandered off again. You don't hear any random swearing, and she's no longer there. And it is slowly starting to get dark out.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's kind of getting dark. It's a pretty sunset.
It is.
It is a very pretty sunset.
So, hey, there's some colors in the clouds.
Yeah, like bright.
It's
Yeah.
really pretty. I'm
Open
gonna take
them
a
up.
picture.
Open him up. I like it.
Wait, is it up that way?
No.
Or down
I
that?
think you just.
I think I just broke my ankle.
Are you alright? I think you have to go down all the way.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And then slide.
Your chair's moving. That's what's wrong.
Hold the chair.
That's horrible.
Nope.
Nope.
That's wrong.
Actually,
Maybe do both. No wonder doors are such a problem in D&D.
Would you like to roll an
Both
investigation
down.
check?
Try both down.
Both down.
both down.
I think they lock together.
Yay!
Oh, 2 M's.
I hate you guys.
Oh man, that's cool. That's
Color.
yeah. Well, the clouds, how they
I
are.
hate you guys.
That's like a friggin' paint out there.
It is.
It is nice.
Well, fuck that. Let's play on our computers.
Just talking
Sorry, string.
in front of the stream and not showing them.
They don't.
Oh,
have to
we
see.
could show it to them.
Oh, you bunch of losers.
Yeah, okay, we'll show the stream.
We'll show the stream.
Alright, I'm gonna have a cigarette.
Yeah, we're good then.
Alright,
Showing the
quick
street. Okay, we're gonna show some more cool shit off from BC, Canada.
Okay.
Can you see through those windows?
Yeah.
Is it as pretty as we can see in person?
I don't know if they can get quite the.
Let me see what it
I
looks
don't
like.
think they're going to get quite the amazing color out of that, but wow.
It's a pretty tiny box.
That's what I said.
No.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
You didn't go with that girl.
You know the top part.
Yeah, that does not come through near as awesome as it
No,
looks,
it's
guys.
nowhere.
You know what? I'll put it up on my Instagram. At Fury Fate, you'll see it on my Instagram.
What are you guys doing at the tree?
Yeah, Arctic, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is.
We are probably about, what, halfway up this mountain?
Yeah, probably.
There's more construction that's going up at the next switch back up, but it is. You see a mountain range right out front, and then there's another mountain range back behind that, and it's one's darker than the other as the fog kind of the atmosphere gets in its way.
So what did you see in there after you
Really
killed the
cool.
commoner?
Yeah, he didn't, hopefully he didn't kill him.
No.
Yeah. Wow.
No, I didn't kill
You
him.
did good.
You
Oh,
got
okay.
the red filter to have those colors.
So I don't do that. You want to send that? We'll put it in like Discord.
I also, yeah, I
We
could.
do.
Well, it doesn't
No,
have
it's
you in it.
awesome. Yeah,
Oh.
that cloud of the pink underneath like that, and blue up.
Because you're right there. You're covering me, which is fine.
All right.
All right, so you guys are at what you assume to be the former king's grave. Not
Yeah.
very opulent for a grave. Well-maintained flower garden, but definitely doesn't. It doesn't strike a chord as someplace that a king would be buried.
Do we notice? My character goes up where the gardener was cleaning and shovel or whatever he was doing, tending the garden.
Yeah.
Do we notice anything about the particular spot he was working in?
It looks as good as the rest of it.
Okay.
There's a path around it, looking like all he did was constantly circle it, working on it.
Oh,
Can I
jeez.
take kind of a crowbar and into the ground? I don't really have a shovel, but
Don't mess with
Try
it. Dude will freak out.
Oh, he's already clamped down.
Oh no, you guys beat the shit out
there's
of
already
everyone.
KTFO'd me.
Yeah, you guys killed them all already.
No.
Yeah. No encounter required.
Yeah, you would not have killed him.
Well, they're gonna totally shank you with their dirty shovels, and you get successive shovels.
So,
Dirty little hand shovels and little pitchforks and stuff like that. Oh yeah, they're gonna get you if you guys. Like if you want, I can build an encounter with
No.
5 commoners that are trying to kill
Subdue
you.
them, not kill them. Please.
All right, hold on. We can figure this out.
No.
They struck first.
Until there's a
They're helpless people.
Are they?
Yes.
Really?
They're obviously some more. Who the hell works on empty shit?
Did he, when he went crazy when I went in there, did he try to attack me?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he was swinging.
I
Like-
have to punch him in the face.
straight up going for
So
your
we
throat.
killing or subduing? There's a
Subduing,
vote. There's a
subduing.
vote. There's a vote.
Yeah.
Oh.
Check mark to kill, X to subdue.
X to subdue, okay.
I don't know. Would my character want to kill?
What?
Somebody's a bastard.
We all know who that is.
Oh, let's
I
see.
wonder who wanted.
Subdue. I'll use 54 if I have the rope.
Bad kitty.
Yeah, we
to
cut
tie
it
them
up
up.
for each of their hands behind
So,
their back.
I will make sure that they are secured
Put them in the pentagram.
without being killed.
I'm still digging up the
In
area
the
while they're.
process of
That was
4
me, sorry.
commoners attacking you, you guys just like turn into Jet Li or whatever. And
Hey, we have
leave them unconscious without fucking actually killing them.
Yes.
Now, you said this was a grave?
It's exactly where the guy from upstairs is looking at and appears to be.
All right, so I'll use a rope and make sure they're tied up.
Yeah.
10 feet.
Alright, I guess we're gonna start looking for.
I'm digging in the area that he was walking around.
Yeah.
The same path. But I have a
Got my
crowbar,
metal
so it's gonna take
detector
a
out.
while.
Does anybody have a shovel? Let's see.
There's like small hand shovels all over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I'll use
okay,
that.
so we'll start-
I'll use that.
Dig around.
We gotta find the.
I'll be like Kevin Bacon in.
Does the center thing? Does it? I mean, does
In
it?
what?
Stir of Echoes.
It just looks fancy.
This is a great movie.
Like
Did stones around? Everything looks normal.
everything looks normal.
No, it's where he has visions.
It's
Oh, I don't
much.
think I saw that.
Okay.
We look back up at the tower to see if we're in the line of the guy's vision.
No, you can close it. It's fine.
Yeah, you guys are directly like where he's looking at.
Alright.
Maybe.
As you start to dig, he slowly fades away.
Oh snap! That's where I keep digging, man.
We're on it.
Keep digging.
Good. You absolutely you dig. You don't even have to dig that far. Like it's a fairly shallow grave, which surprised you.
It's a great.
And on a body, a very decomposed body, like basically just skin and or bones left now, you see a very nice crown.
Whoa!
Who's grabbing it?
Let's get it.
Wait. I did cast detect magic.
Okay.
Is this thing magical?
It is very magical.
Does it?
It seems like
What kind of?
it could be more magical.
What kind of magic? I think I learned like what school it is or whatever. It's not like necromancy or some shit, right?
No, it's not necromancy. Yeah, it definitely radiates good.
Okay.
Oh.
Like almost very good, even.
Ooh, that's pretty.
She grabs it. All right. Brave one comes through.
I put it in the party sheet. This one was a crown with 3 inlaid slots for gems.
Oh.
The gems are in it, or there's
There are
no gems?
in
There
it.
are no gems in it.
All right.
With your detect magic, you know that if it's worn by someone good, it allows you to see weakness of evil aligned creatures.
If it's worn by someone bad, does it kill him?
It does not specify. So you're gonna that's
I'll test it out.
leaving it up to the DM.
So yes, that,
So keep it away from me.
If you're all evil,
It
that's
depends
kind
if
of
you're
messed up.
talking Griffins
really
or not for
evil,
no
but I
reason.
got some issues.
I'm not evil. I just have some issues. Yes.
Before my detect magic wears off, I do want to go kind of check out that
I wanna
aviary
kill
that
those
she
griffins.
was looking at. It's only at 10 minutes.
Check out what?
The
Yeah.
aviary,
Oh,
Yeah.
just to see
The crows.
if there's anything worthwhile looking over here that's magical as well.
No, you go over there. Nothing's magical. The crows seem, or the ravens seem like they're all kinds of pissed off.
So I round up
As
everybody.
you get closer, though, the ground starts shaking underneath you.
That's
Whoa.
messed up.
this island has.
Does it shake worse the closer I get?
Volcano.
No, it just seems to shake harmlessly for about a minute and then goes away.
Tremor.
Alright.
Last time that happened, there was a big hole that ripped up in the.
I tap you on the shoulder and just smile at you.
So I'm thinking the shadowy figure might be the mother. Because it doesn't, it's, her
The what?
hands are covered, the cowled.
the
And then she sat in her vanity and it lit up her tattoo, which was the mother's vanity, obviously up in the bedroom.
You know, so for absolute certainty, it's not the mother, and that
Oh, okay.
you feel the eyes that have grown or tattooed on you now, or seem to be tattooed on you, are directly related to that cowled figure.
Okay, so the cowled figure, the vanity had no connection to the cowled figure. Gotcha.
Yes. So, what do you guys do?
We found a crown.
Yeah,
Yep.
so do we go back?
I know for sure we need to check out the basement yet.
Yeah.
Hellas has also asked you to find her conch,
Yeah,
Yes.
or her birds.
but the dude, the angry tantrum thrower, stole it.
Now, the tantrum thrower gave it to her, and then the older brother, which he was the one having dreams about.
Mermaids.
The one with the witch circle in his bedroom.
Croup de Sage
Coupe de Sage, that's me.
is the one that
The visions I had.
would have been
The
the older
cultic.
brother to have stolen the conch.
Let's.
And he looked like the guy that was spying on us.
That's right. As far as your
Yep.
road can tell.
And when was the last time we saw him?
The marketplace.
The
market.
Yeah,
Earlier
that's
today.
Okay.
I say we check out the
I
basement.
think so.
And then maybe try and go search out for this
So it's getting to be night.
shady guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait,
let's,
no.
let's check out the basement.
Better try
Yeah,
and
we'll
check
zip
out the
through
dark
there. We
basement.
get 10 minutes. We'll
Dark
zip right
basement
through.
at night.
There's a basement they're building right over there. We can do that in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, right?
So, yeah, let's go down and
Yeah,
then we'll see what we get.
All
All right.
We got a crown.
We got the crown.
I'll get you guys to put yourself in the map.
Oh,
Like I said,
okay.
I wish you could draw a square and then have all the tokens fall into that square. Or like a click and
Yeah.
suggest, like, okay, because you know you're going to have most 7 players in a game, according to AL, as Rob was saying.
Where's she going? She's off. She's done.
I'm assuming you didn't mean to show us the whole map, but
No, I did not.
okay.
But whatever. The basement is cool and musty, the air is damp, and not a single doorway is intact, save for a large iron-bound wooden door opposite side you have arrived from.
Whoa, over here?
Yeah, very
Oh wait, there's a good trash pile over here. Is that a body?
She's all over, man. Look at her. She's
That's a
investigating.
skeleton or
Is it
something.
dark in here?
It is kind of dark in here, like dim light.
Yep, so I'm going to put up my shield
Trying
and
to see
cast
the
light on my
stars, yeah.
shield then. So I
Absolutely.
can better see everything. Nothing untoward in this room. Pile of rubble.
Yep, nothing in all the rooms pile rubble. Those bones that you see look like they came from a pig or some other type of food source for butchering.
Not the human.
Not human at all. Like, where are you going to keep and store meat to the best of your ability, right? It's going to be in your basement to make it cooler.
That is definitely a human.
It's not.
This
Well,
skull, the bones look to be.
I'm telling you, it's not.
Just letting you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a human. No?
That is definitely a
So
human.
this is a door over here. Locked door, shut door.
Shit, that's definitely a human too.
There's
That
a
Two definite humans in here.
All right, so
I just like the position of
you
the
move up to the
bodies.
door. What do you do?
I'll listen first. Why not? See if I hear anything.
Why don't you knock? See if they
Perception
knock
check,
back.
please.
Perception. Well, like knocking. Just listen.
Yeah, you don't hear a goddamn thing.
All right. I will try to open the door.
As you do that, you realize it is trapped.
I'm a rogue. Why didn't I invest?
Why did
What
it?
the hell? She told me to knock.
A 15-foot cone comes out, hitting Ishak, Sven, and Chance.
Damn it. Damn rogues.
Okay, I forgot about that.
Misery loves company. I got too close again.
Fire
Okay,
jar.
now-
Can it target? So it can't target, can it?
Yeah, it should be able to.
Oh,
Fire?
beautiful traps
You-
that are
you
built
have
as
to have it
NPCs.
on-
Beautiful.
You have to be on the in the combat trap. You have to have it on the trap. Yeah.
Like that?
There you
There you go.
No, it's still not targeting.
go.
We're probably stacked. Maybe.
No, I'm also holding shift, not control.
Okay.
Oh,
You know, if you do it right, it works.
So what you're saying is, if you do it correctly,
If you do it correctly, if you just read the fucking manual. Ooh, so 2 successes and 1 failure.
Yeah, I need to fail.
I need to fail.
Working out issues.
All of you only taking 1 damage regardless.
Yeah.
That's a
holy shit! What you guys do over there?
Yeah.
Somebody trapped this
It's
damn
all right.
door.
My fault.
No, it's not your turn. Just do that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So after that comes through and I shake off the fire, I'll
Yeah.
take a step in and take a look around, see what I see in here.
All right. This room is filled with a depressing and dark presence. Items of torture and experimentation litter the area. Though the center of the room remains clear of any debris, there on the floor, faded and dried blood seems to have been painted in awkward mystic symbols which surround a pedestal in the corner. In the corner is a cage. In the cage is a skeleton. Chance is like, I've seen this room. I've seen this room.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I know this room.
Chauncey?
Chauncey,
Come on in and give us your assessment.
is this the room with the red blood?
It may be. In another corner is a rack. On the rack is another skeleton. Shackled in a corner is a withered, dried up corpse that is mostly decayed.
I don't see any of these
Mostly
things on the map.
decayed.
Yeah, they're not on the map. But while looking at that, you see that the body has a fractured skull. Dried old blood is seen on the wall with the Oh, yeah, this shouldn't be in the chat bubble. 03.31.
Stuff in chat bubble.
Yeah, because seen on the wall. With the proper investigation, one could determine the likely cause of death was blunt force trauma. Could this person have been repeatedly hitting their head against the wall? But that's not something I should be telling you guys,
Probably not.
unless you choose to
Investigate
ask.
it.
Yeah.
So, I want to look at this skull and see what kind of trauma is causing this.
Now, give me an Arcana check.
I'll do that.
All right. You notice that the trauma doesn't look like it was caused by magic, but you can determine that the type of power that would have been going on here with the symbols and the fucked up people had to do with mind control.
Interesting.
Mind control.
That's foul magic, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
foul magic.
This is a foul homestead.
So is this a table or anything I'm next to,
So
or have you
it's
kind of described everything that's in there? Is that the
It's a
rack?
rack.
Or
That is a
just the
rack.
rack?
It's
Okay.
a-
Torture instruments.
Yep.
Do I notice anything else about this body?
No, you
Okay.
just notice that that one has been stretched out.
Did we run across the red wall, or is that something?
Yeah, it's in
It's in
the.
this?
You see a bunch of.
It says corners, but it's around rooms, so.
All right, good.
Looks like maybe some blood here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's the. I'm gonna choose that this is where that body is with the cracked skull and the red all over the wall.
Do we suspect this is one of the sons?
Uh,
Because he was the one that dreamed. that
Mr.
he was on a rack,
Chance
right?
highly suspects that that is the body that he saw in a vision, and it's like fucking bugging him. Like he's seen this writing before in those visions. This space seems very familiar to him, like uncomfortably familiar.
Okay.
So, mommy or the nanny, whichever one it is, we don't know.
The nanny was Hellas.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought we figured
Yeah.
it out, but I wasn't sure.
So we know 2 that lived, right? We don't know the mom if the mom is
Right.
dead yet. We know
Mom,
dad
the son,
died.
the other son with
We
the
think
cat.
one son
We
is
know-
out there, and
The one son which he was is dead. We know
Dude.
the nanny's still alive.
right?
Yeah.
We know the older brother.
We think so. At least
Still
I think
alive?
that's who it is.
Because that's
So the
really
older
important,
brother's
you
the
know?
one that, but this is the one that's dead in the stocks. Was the one that was messing around with the evil magic. He said he was this close, right?
Is that what you got? You remember?
I think so.
Fuck, you don't
Yeah,
remember.
and then
I don't remember. I think so. No, I think that's right.
let
He
me
said-
see right here.
We still have the-
I was this close. Okay, yeah. Things that would see the body burnt at the stake, hung, or beheaded, or all three. The power you have.
That's
over
where-
his life. If ever you reveal the things that fills.
That's where his mom was doing shit. Yeah?
Since at your young mind, can I put the words you open a
I think his
tone?
mom was doing stuff in there, and he found out about it.
But he was sneaking in to read more about it, right?
Oh, so he's saying you are so very close to perfecting the spell that will free you from the tyranny of the nanny.
Yeah, he's talking about himself.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's this kid on the rack.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So the nanny was mean. The mom was worse.
But the kid gave her the conch, the
Yeah.
nanny.
Conk to
Well,
the
this
nanny.
kid gave him.
This kid with the
Yeah,
smashed
smashed
skull,
skull.
gave it to the nanny.
And the older brother stole it. So, yeah.
And he's the one with the cat, the fedora. Did you say?
No.
He has a. What does he have?
Fishing hat.
Fishing
hat.
hat.
Yeah, a fishing hat.
Very abnormal fishing hat from what you saw.
Okay.
All right, so that's who we need to find. Is that dude?
I think so.
That's
And
the
we
next-
last saw him
We
at
got
the
the
market.
crown in Chance's pack.
Somebody
No.
has it.
I have.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
She grabbed
yeah,
it
she grabbed it.
bravely.
So we could go to the, well, maybe rest overnight, but go to the market and find. That's the last place we saw that dude.
Yes.
Oh,
We gotta kind of
shopping
watch
him.
for him because he probably followed us out here too.
Maybe. I
I
haven't seen
mean,
him.
we might rest and prepare if he comes in here or whatever.
Is it totally dark out yet, or is there still some sunlight?
If you go upstairs, you'll see it's pretty fucking dark out.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We should
going up
probably-
in the tower and looking around to see if we can spot the guy in the trees or something.
We should probably find a place to rest. For the
Yes.
We rest in the top of the tower.
Yeah.
That seems ill.
Should we
That's where the
rest in
ghost
this
street is.
creepy, old, dirty
Basement?
house?
No, I don't think. I mean,
Okay.
we could go camp somewhere way outside the gates, right?
Let's go to an inn. We're in a
Yeah, if we can
Yeah,
get to the
well,
town. Yeah.
basically in a town.
All right, let's do that.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna share the world map with you guys again,
Sure.
because you can absolutely go find an inn in the town.
Okay.
It'll be 5 silver pieces to stay the night with supper.
Fair enough.
All right,
Alright.
5 silver
You guys
pieces.
are
A piece, right?
yeah, a piece.
Deducted.
Currently lamenting the supper that you were promised, but after
fine.
being to that place, you're not sure if you would want to eat the supper that was promised.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, my tummy's grumbly.
All right.
So, yeah, we did. There's no quests. So did that read as though there was a quest there?
Yeah,
So how
but
many?
not really.
Yeah, but not really.
Yeah, but not really.
Okay, so there'd be no XP for that then.
See, here's the part I'm looking at.
Oh. Should we let the governors go? Wait, or what back? They stop freaking out. We should probably
We just
shouldn't
take
let
them
them
away
like,
from their
die.
goal. Well, we would take them away from where they would want to keep us away from the garden or whatever, and untie them and
Right.
walk away.
Maybe loosen up their
Yeah, loosen their bonds.
things
so
that they can get out once we leave.
Listen it up.
Yeah, opposite.
I got my rope back. I untied them.
Okay.
That'll work.
Clerics, I was thinking about you.
Hey Rob, do you remember if you coded acid vial? Like healing potion or not?
I think so. Yeah,
It should be in there somewhere.
should be.
You are no longer frightened after the long rest as well.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's fine.
And I'm gonna swap up some spells here.
What the hell?
Is that you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
His hands
I
are.
mean, I do
on
have
the
some.
keyboard.
I do have some music, but I don't know if that's part of it. I assume it is.
I would assume so too.
Yeah, it was going.
Catacombs.
Yeah, so that part right there is an encounter that sends you on basically 2 more quests.
Okay.
Like they tell you there's a crown that has 3 slots in it. Nothing. Like nothing else written in about, you know, whether you want to go looking for them, where to start looking for them. Like I'm sure you guys, like if it told the DM to encourage you guys that it's got 3 empty slots and they might be found, you guys could go around town.
Right.
But I don't have any actual information on where to look.
It might be.
Besides the fact that I've read more of the module than like you I'm at currently.
It might be a good idea for us to find a gym before that encounter, so you go, oh, this is one of the gyms. We need to find the other 2, if that's what part of the
So I
quest.
think maybe we should head to an inn, and you can talk up town people at the bar
Sure.
about this guy in a funny hat. If you notice, maybe some other people have.
Sure. Absolutely. We have to.
It's coded as acid 520,
Thank you.
and it's in the items adventuring gear.
I thought I had a little bit
I'm
of
not really good at talking with others, but
Yeah.
I'll try to calm it down a
Talking
little
to
bit.
people is
So we're gonna ask.
definitely
We're
not a
gonna
skill
ask the
I have.
innkeeper. What are we asking him?
Well, just if people have seen kind of the figure that I've been seeing
Oh, with the hat.
and with the hat. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
So
okay.
I've been seeing him around town and
So we're looking for
I can ask.
looking for a man with a hat.
for a man with an odd fishing hat.
There's hundreds of them in this town. Half the people here have odd fishing hats.
He's a blendy guy, too, right?
Yeah.
Who saw the who?
I did. I've been seeing him.
Can you
around
maybe,
town. I'll
maybe
try to
draw a sketch
describe-
of what you saw and then show that to people?
I'll try to describe him and say it just seems to be in the shadows, but when I look at him, it seems to disappear. Does that seem odd to anybody?
So what you're telling me, sir, is you're looking for a guy that looks like everyone else in this town, except for his hat might be slightly different.
Slightly different, and he seems to oddly disappear when I look right at him. He seems to be
And his name
following.
is Croup Desage.
Do you believe his name is Cooper?
We believe that his
We
name
believe
is
his name is
Desage.
Croup Desage.
See, now that gets people's attention from like all over the fucking bar. You hear gas and other people like turn and fucking leave.
Oh, we hit
Is
we
it
hit a
something I
vein.
said?
It's not very popular.
Yeah, the bartender said he's around somewhere on this island. No one has seen him per se in a few years, but they have told us that he's very good at blending in. That man is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Anything you do, you be very, very careful if you find him.
I'll say I appreciate that. Do you have any suggestion on where to begin looking for him to find him?
The bartender says, well, if you've noticed him watching you, I doubt he'll be far and will continue watching you always. He considers himself the caretaker of the island, is what the bartender says. Not very impressed with this.
Oh, did he just use air quotes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh my god.
Yeah. He also informs you that he's like, people have said he can control krakens and storms and mermaids and pretty much anything of the sea that he wants. He's like, but those people will believe anything you tell them.
So I slide him a couple of gold pieces, ask for a mug of ale, and say, "Well, do you believe these stories?"
He's like, this is as close as I get to the sea. He's like, I've never seen them. I've only heard the rumors, and I work in a goddamn bar.
It's true.
So,
Do you know anybody who would know how to find this person?
think he's using the conch shell to do all this magic.
I
hands
don't
and
know.
stuff.
he says, have you spoken to Hellas Bond?
Yes.
We tried to.
He's like,
She's a little off, don't you
She
think?
is a little off.
he's like, yeah, she's weird, all right? Like, you go live up in that crazy haunted manor and see how you are after a couple of years of being by yourself.
Point.
But he's like, if anyone would know anything about him, it would be her.
Guess we could go. We didn't go back and ask her after we.
She wasn't around.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she wasn't
That's
around.
right. She wasn't.
But, you know, she just kind of fucks off and does things.
Just
Like, it's
walk
kind of
on.
like her way where she just like, all right, bye. It's just like carries on with whatever she has going on in her head.
Should we show him the? Do you know anything about the death of the man of the manor?
The king.
The rumor
King,
is
sorry.
he was murdered by his mistress. The bartender says, I couldn't know. He was probably murdered by the people that are about to be in charge, even though he gave up the crown.
It was his wife.
Do you know anything about his wife?
This guy will only know rumors about the wife. There's no fucking way he would have ever gotten close to those
Yeah.
people.
It was his wife.
Like, his main story will
It
be...
was his wife. You just keep
It
saying.
was his wife.
His wife.
The bartender would be like, whatever, man.
She
I'm
was
pretty
such a
sure I
wonderful
sold
woman.
alcohol to the estate once. All I ever saw was a cook come and get it and leave.
How would we find this Crypticide? What's the best way to find him? As far as you know?
Hellas.
Oh, Hellas. Okay, well, where would she be now?
Hey, he's like, probably out there with her stupid donkey or stupid horse, the old hag. She'll probably be back midday. She's usually sitting there feeding them goddamn pigeons that shit all over the place every day.
Alright, on the bench. Yeah, we started doing that.
So let's go wait
Did
for her at the
midnight
bench.
sleep and
Did we already?
Oh, we already did.
did we, are we
Let's
done?
rest for the night.
Yeah,
Oh.
you guys haven't done anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
let's rest for the night.
and
Think it over, sleep on it, as they say.
Yeah.
Alright. And as you all are resting, you all have very, very disturbing dreams about the man in the black cloak disappearing. And the four of you that touch the paintings, like, the dreams seem to mesh together with your visions of this black man, of, like, everything going wrong. And you all do not sleep as well as you think you should have. You are not exhausted.
Okay.
But, like, you're like, fuck, man, I gotta, get my head straight. This shit's getting out of control.
When you
I
just
didn't
start
think
yelling
about
at it again, go, the wife, the
How about
wife.
you guys?
No, you're off.
It was the wife.
No,
But he's trying to just be honest.
All right. Well, shall we go to the bench and wait for her to show up? Because we need to talk to her, right? Is that what we decided?
Well, I mean, that's the only clue we have right now. The only lead. So, yeah.
Keep an eye out for your mind, for your
I'll try to be extra
similarly
attentive.
hatted guy.
Try to be extra attentive for my.
What was? Were any details about the fancy fishing hat that
Not
stood
really.
out?
No.
No details.
No, it very much like everyone else.
Nondescript.
Okay.
Cool. I like those options. Not the ones you guys are doing, the ones I'm storying. Alright, so you guys are just gonna hang out and wait for her to show up
Yeah.
around her normal time? Yeah, she shows up around her normal time, proceeds to feed the pigeon, looks at you guys and goes, oh, how'd your visit go? I didn't stick around much longer than after giving you guys the key.
Oh, here's the key back.
No,
No, you keep it.
you already gave it to her.
Oh, you want to keep it? Sorry, thought we were out of there.
Nice place.
Well, we met.
A
Oh.
little dusty. Thanks for letting us look around.
Yeah, no worries. I don't go in there anymore, so.
Yeah.
Do you want to say?
Did you used to live there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, no,
Hey, we
Tell-
ran into him. the
Tell
other
her you
day.
saw the king.
Oh yeah. That would be
Your story to tell if you
him
chose to.
and Hellas.
It was the wife.
It was the wife. It was definitely the wife.
She's like, of course, it's always the wife. And, like, looks at you guys and goes like,
She killed him.
She knew.
The wife killed him. I saw.
We found the crown.
She's gonna say you touched something.
Oh, it's me, of course.
No, Hellas is gonna say that. So we did see the king too, and he.
Orthac. Orthac was killed by his wife. I saw it. She pushed him. Killed him.
I
Saw.
thought the king's name was something else.
No, Elwan, whatever, was killed by
Orthac.
Othax. Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Orthax is the wife.
Orthac Morngaze. That's
She's
what I
like-
know.
Orthax Morngaze is the wife.
yeah,
There we go.
I think.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the king is
King Elwan was killed by Othax.
Yeah.
Othax is the wife.
Weird that your painting was labeled with her name. Then.
Yeah, that is.
So we were
weird.
told to ask her about the son too
I can go back and read it right now, though,
by the bartender.
just to be sure.
If she has any info on where he is.
Who?
The bartender said ask Hellas about the son.
Yeah.
We'll ask after. Yeah, he looks at this. And,
Okay. Is she willing to answer questions? She's fine.
She has been.
Okay.
And sometimes they're a little.
A little weird.
Not sure if she's.
Someone's name again?
Yeah, that is.
Fruit Visage or Jolin?
Yeah, that's definitely mislabeled because it says the portrait of the wife. But I don't know if whoever wrote this gives a shit if the thing is about the portrait, like the person in the portrait, or not.
Well, the portrait is of her.
It's a portrait of Orthax Morngaze.
Yeah.
And that's the one where it's you can look up towards your quickly shrinking perch and see the angry face of your wife glaring down at you.
Yeah.
So, praying racks your body.
As she
Where you
pushes
died.
your ass off.
Yeah, and so it should be made clear that the wife looking at you is the person in the picture.
Okay, yeah, that might help.
Okay, so what entry
yeah.
is that?
03.28 Holly.
Because you asked a couple times and didn't find the wife in the paintings.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that does.
Yeah, so that I just went back and looked.
So I pointed back.
Do you have
to the
a
painting I just touched.
portrait you could share with us, or is it not a? It's just
No,
a description.
It's just a description. That would be a significant amount of
Yeah.
effort to make portraits of the families and shit like that. Like, holy fuck me.
Well, you can put his dollars on it. Maybe.
So I asked her, "Have you seen Fruit Visage around much?" I had some
blood and shit.
disturbing visions of him while in the house.
That's wonderful.
And
Colin.
she answers, she's like, yeah, I see him here and there. He's got that stupid hat still.
Is she being,
Where
is she
can
being
we-
honest or truthful?
You can roll an insight.
Where can we find him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's 100% telling the truth. You can tell she's not much better off in the head than those fucking gardeners and stuff. Like just a little bit, like enough to still have a little bit of independence left, but she's definitely not all fucking there. But she's like, every time I see him, it's just out of the corner of my eye, and it's usually because he's watching me for a couple days to see what's going on.
So
When was
he
the last
asked,
time you saw him?
2-3 weeks ago.
so I asked, did he have any places that he liked to frequent as a boy? Are there any favorite spots around town that he would hang out in?
The shoreline. Like, never in town. He was always piecing out to the shoreline looking for mermaids.
Okay,
He brought
he did like mermaids. Yeah, maybe.
That's what the guy said. Oh, he thinks it.
Yeah. As you're doing that, you swear you see him walk by about 2 blocks away.
So
Let's go.
Go
Small
time.
ass.
Yes.
Should we go in the direction that we see him?
Just
Do
go
not
through.
stop.
We're not gonna.
Do
Yeah.
not pass go.
No lollygaggers.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 gold.
Let's go.
Alright. How are you chasing him? Like, full out run?
Full out run.
He's
Well,
doing it
out
stealthily,
there.
though, way out in front of us. We're
I
kind of
don't know if I
following.
can be stealth. I mean, we're gonna
Really
be
rush.
running after him.
I mean, if we're just standing there and we see him and we all start booking, there's no.
There he is, running, and I'm looking back in the shadows.
Montage.
No, no,
Well,
we're
but you have like a
Start-
way.
I know.
Oh my god,
All of a sudden, our
Scooby-Doo.
dog shows up. Oh wait, I'm the cat. Whatever.
But yeah, absolutely. You guys chase with a figure that seems to run from you as you're running at it for about 2 or 3 blocks. And as you turn a corner into an alley, there is no one there.
Is it? Can he go over a wall?
This is pretty tall. It's like a real small alley.
Like there would be nothing
Solid
else.
though.
There's got to be somewhere he went.
I'm gonna search that area closely. Is he hiding?
Okay, investigation, please.
Okay, investigate.
And as he's doing that, I'd like to just look around. Does it look like he passed through here? Do I see any direction he may have gone by?
He came around this corner
You
for
know,
sure.
I know. I mean, do I see anything on the ground in terms of tracks from him?
You definitely see tracks all over the place.
All the stiffs. Oh, you already did.
Yeah, he already rolled it. You're investigating every possible nook and cranny and don't find them.
Can we put the crown on? See if the crown does anything.
Try
In
it.
terms of, I don't know if
Are
she's
you
got
good?
it. Am I good? Maybe a little bit. Neutral good, yes. I'm good,
He's a rules follower.
but yeah.
Neutral good,
Neutral good. Yeah.
not lawful.
No, feel good. That's way too fancy.
Too
schmancy
paladinish.
and paladin-y.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I'll put it on.
Oh, I want to see her die. You wouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Just.
We'll never know what happens unless I
It
put
might
it on.
squish your ears.
Oh, I like my ears.
Is there anything? I mean, like you don't find him.
No.
This fucker's got to be here somewhere.
Hey, cheater, quit them.
He either went through a secret door that I can't find, or he disappeared, or
I probably should put it in alignment.
he's here and is invisible. You know, who the hell
Does he
knows?
seem to be heading in the general direction of the shoreline? Place where we think the shoreline is?
He seemed to be heading generally in a westerly direction.
To the west.
Which is towards the mountains, or... Not sure.
Looks like the road points down towards the shore.
I'm gonna go to the back wall and just feel. Is there something here?
Is anyone else helping him?
Yeah, I definitely, I'm looking all
You
over.
guys check those walls. I got this one. There's got to be something
I'll
around
help
here
you.
to let him through. What the hell am I doing?
Touching everything.
Hey, that was not cool in the house. Fine here.
Yeah, you're on an investigation.
Investigation.
So with some kind of help from me, anything that he can add, or...
Yeah, absolutely. You could add a +5.
Okay. I got pretty good investigative skills.
Oh God, no. No, I suck. Investigating. Are you?
I'm
Perhaps I should assist you.
perhaps you should.
Perhaps you should.
So
I'm
I will,
only a -1.
can I add +5 and then be the one doing the investigation, or you want me to just do it?
I will
alone?
follow
helping
your
you too.
guidance and try to copy what you're doing.
Is that all right?
Let's do it.
Oh, sorry, what?
Can I add +5 and I'll be the
Yeah,
one doing the
absolutely.
lead? Okay. Here we go.
Where's the fucking...
Into the computer.
Alright, well, I see that, but that can't. Holy Jesus, that is a nice roll.
Can you show me?
Yeah.
I like good rules. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm like, he's right here. No. I think he went. Maybe.
Yeah, as you're searching, you guys all slowly fall asleep.
Oh.
Damn trees! Is there sawdust?
It's a long rest.
Some investigators? Right.
Must have been a
Is
long
anybody
rest.
not sleepy? Does anybody have stuff that doesn't get to sleep?
Oh yeah, has
It's-
anybody got fame?
I do, yeah.
It's
I-
not-
Come on, Sven.
I can't see
It is
man.
not magical.
Okay. Damn it.
Oh, it's non-magical? You just
Non-magical.
fall asleep?
Yes, you just fall asleep. I
just
think
get
that might be
tired.
where we're gonna call it because this fucking information sometimes pisses me off.
We're supposed to-
Okay.
Sounds good.
I chose to go with the interesting event, and then trying to find the answers afterwards is fucking pissing me off.
Okay.
Okay.
I've also been sitting long enough at this point where I'm starting to get a little bit stir crazy.
Oh.
Okay.
Call it for the night, you mean?
Well, we could just take like a 15 if you don't.
Well, I
mind.
mean, yeah, take a dinner break or something.
Yeah, dinner break would be
Because
good.
I figured we'd go many more hours. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, we can. I just need to get up and move
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't be sitting at my computer for a
Okay.
little
Yeah.
while.
So, do we want to do a short enough break that I don't stop the stream? Or?
Back in
Probably
back in 15.
Probably stop it. Well, I don't know if we're gonna do dinner, and if he wants. to
Oh
take
yeah.
a break,
Okay, so
then-
we'll stop it, and then all
Yeah, I
right.
think so.
So, for those of you that are watching the stream, we're going to take a dinner break of an indeterminate amount of time, but we will be back. So we'll see you soon.